Hey everybody, how's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in, and for those of you who haven't visited the channel, welcome to X Rides Cars. Today, we'll go ahead and take a look at the 2017 Maruti Suzuki Alto K10. So this will be a full take on the K10. We'll start it up, show the engine, get an exhaust clip, and go over the performance data, as well as show you a bunch of the unique aspects about the interior as well as the exterior. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. You have to operate the locks manually with your key. As you unlock it, all the rest of the locks will automatically unlock, same with when you lock the vehicle. It's a full silver exterior with a full gray cloth interior with black accents, part of the VXI trim level. The Alto K10 comes standard with electric assist, rack and pinion power steering on a 3-spoke steering wheel. The K10 comes standard with a 5-speed manual gearbox like what this car has, or you can get an optional 5-speed automatic transmission. You do have a decent and smooth shifter, and you have a decent handbrake as well. And so we'll go ahead and flip on the headlights, as well as the hazards. Both the front windows are powered, while the rear 2 windows roll down manually. So we'll go ahead and check out the exterior, shall we? The Suzuki Alto is a key car built by Suzuki. Its selling points have long included a low price and good fuel economy. The model, currently in its 8th generation, was first introduced in 1979 and has been built in many countries worldwide. The Alto badge has often been used on different cars in Japan and in export markets, where it is considered a city car. In Japan, the Alto badge was originally meant to be for the commercial use version of the Fronte passenger car. When introduced, the Alto was only available as a 2-door light van and with bare-bones equipment. However, Suzuki had never used the Fronte badge in export and chose to call all versions Alto abroad. Most early export Altos were thus technically speaking rebadged Suzuki Frontes. These were exported with changes such as enlarged engines, sometimes modified bodywork. Thus the Japanese SS40 Fronte became the SS80 Alto with a 796 cubic centimeter engine abroad. The Alto badge gradually took over in Japan as well, as the distinction between key commercial vehicles and passenger vehicles was diminished in early of 1989. The Fronte line was retired in March of 1989. The Alto plate has been used on export versions of various Indian-built derivatives since the early 1990s, as neither cars were restricted by the key rules and Indian cars are also considerably cheaper than Japanese-built ones. The 5th generation Alto, HA12/22, was introduced in October of 1998. The styling was generally more rounded, the shape of the cabin showing the Alto's relationship with the new Suzuki key. The Maruti Alto is a hand-built version of the 5th generation Alto manufactured by India's Suzuki company, Maruti Suzuki. It was launched by the local Indian market in September of 2000, although the Alto nameplate has been successfully used to export the Maruti Zen to Europe from India since around 1994, having captured over 40% market share in Belgium and 33% in the Netherlands by 1998. It is the best-selling hatchback in India. Since 2006, it is India's largest-selling car and crossed the 1 million production figure in February 2008, becoming the third Maruti model to cross the million mark in India after the Maruti Suzuki 800 and Maruti Omni, and the fourth overall joining Hyundai Santro. Maruti Suzuki launched a new version of the first-generation Alto in the Indian market in August 2010, the Alto K10. The new K10 is equipped with the company's 1-liter K-Series petrol engine, which also powers the Celerio and Wagon R. A new version of the Alto called the Alto 800 was released to replace the original Alto. So then Maruti Suzuki India then launched a new K10 version on November of 2014. Introduced at a base price of 306,000 rupees, the next generation Alto K10 comes with multiple exterior and interior updates. However, mechanically it remains the same. The car is somewhat upgraded from the 800 with the new front fascia comprising a new chrome-fitted front grille, new swept-back headlamps, and a redesigned bonnet line. There are also amendments for tail lights, restructuring of bumpers, 13-inch wheels, ORVMs, door molding, and some interior minor modifications and other minor modifications. Interiors have also been updated with a new dashboard, new steering wheel, new upholstery, new music system, and a new instrument cluster, and you also have a new 12-volt power socket as well. Powering the Alto K10 still runs the same K10 engine. However, it has been providing new fuel economy, which is much better than the previous generation, by 15%. You also can get an optional automatic transmission on just only required a manual transmission. As far as exterior features, this vehicle is pretty simple. You of course have standard headlights, you have black trim and chrome trim, turn signals, black door handles, standard tail lights. The Alto K10 comes standard with 13-inch steel wheels with 7-spoke wheel caps running on 155/65 R13 tires, with front ventilated disc brakes and rear drum brakes with anti-locking and active brake assist. The Alto K10 comes standard with a McPherson strut front suspension and a tri-link rigid axle rear suspension with front and rear coil springs, as well as gas pressurized shock absorbers. This vehicle is a length of 139.5 inches with a width of 58.6 inches and a height of 58 inches, running on a 92.9-inch wheelbase. Total curb weight can be about 1,653 pounds. Go ahead and pop the hood. The Maruti Suzuki Alto K10 comes standard with a 12-valve 1-liter petrol inline 3-cylinder engine. It produces 67 horsepower at 6,000 RPM, as well as 66 pound-feet of torque at 3,500 RPM. 0 to 97 kilometers an hour or 0 to 60 miles an hour is around 12.9 seconds, with a top speed of 87 miles per hour. This vehicle is front-wheel drive, and it has a 9.2-gallon tank requiring 87 octane petrol fuel. Miles per gallon ratings are 54 city and 59 highway. Open up the K10 and you get a pretty nice interior. Manual mirrors, power locks and windows, manual seats. So we'll go ahead and shut her up. Now this vehicle does come with the standard sound system from Maruti Suzuki. You have visors. Now this vehicle actually does not have any airbags. Reading light, mirror. You have hazard switch with a couple of air vents. Now down here you do have an infotainment system, and it is pretty simple. You just have music, radio, and auxiliary, and you have USB. Along with that, you've got a single zone climate control with air location, air conditioning, fan speed, recycling or in, air in. Celsius temperature control for heated or cooled. Along with that, you've got a 12-volt power outlet down there, and you've got a little storage cubby and 2 cup holders. Shifter for your 5-speed manual transmission. Just adjusting air vents. All the way over to the right and down for reverse. Power window switches. You also have your handbrake wrapped in vinyl. And your steering wheel is also pretty simple. No controls, none of that, just your horn. No airbag inside either. Now as far as wipers, you of course have standard wiper controls. And you've also got your washer fluid. You also have standard indicators. No extra function, none of that. It's just standard, the way indicators work. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and shut the vehicle down. So we'll go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle, shall we? The back seat of the Alto is pretty decent and spacious, especially in the K10. Got a little bit more extra room for your legs on the seats. Well, I put the seat a little far back so I don't have enough room. But if it's a little more in front, you do definitely have some room. Windows also roll down full manual in the rear seats. It's a bit harder to roll up sometimes. There we go. The passenger seat does feature same manual adjustments as the driver's side. Little storage up top. Full glove box. The Alto K10 is actually a very unique vehicle. You do get a little more power from that 1,000 cubic centimeter engine versus the 800 cubic centimeter engine from the Alto 800. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video of this 2017 Maruti Suzuki Alto K10. Be sure to stay tuned next time. There's a lot more where all this came from, and be sure to subscribe today and check out all the future content coming to X Rides Cars. Take care everybody.